We're going to do another number talk. I'm going to put a problem on the board. When you know the answer, put your thumb up. You ready? Okay, this means I have a strategy, but not an answer yet. This means I have two strategies. Okay, answers. Brett?
10.
How'd you solve, Brett?
I did 15 times 10 and equals 150.
So you thought of a fact that you already knew? All right, here comes the second problem. Are you ready? Here we go. Thumbs up when you know the answer, please. Answers? Ben?
20.
20. Any other answers? Ben, how'd you know that?
I knew that 15 times 10 equals 150.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that 150 times 2 would equal 300.
Okay. Wonder if, Reagan, there's another way we could think about that that's related.
Well, I know 15 times 2 is 30, so 15 times 20 would be 300.
So you went back to a fact you knew. 15 times 2 is 30. 15 times 20 then would be 300. All right, I get that. But this is my question. I wonder how these problems are related. And this is my second part of that question. Could you draw an array that shows us how those problems are related? You want to try it?
Then there's going to be 14 lines, which is 15 groups of 150.
Darian, do you have a question or comment?
No, I have a comment. I thought we were doing 300. I thought we were doing the array for 300 divided by 15, not 150. So we need to change that 150 to a 300.
Wait a minute. Let's think about that a second.
That's the 300 is.
Stacy?
I think that instead of doing 150, since 150 is half of 300, then you should make that a 300, and then you should split it in half, and then that's how they'd be related.
Okay, can you come show us that?
It's because, like, I think this should be a 300, and I know that that since 300 is 20, like 15 times 20 is 300, I thought that you could, if you split it in half, that'd be 150, and that would be 150. And then you know that and that, that's, if you equal that, add that together, that'd be 300. So if that, how you would know if what the answer to these two is, then you'd have to, then you know that it would be 15 times 20, because this is 2, and that would be 20.
Okay, Reagan, do you have something to add on to that?
That, if you split it that way, you're splitting the 15, not the 300. You have to do it like that.
Oh, okay. All right, and Stacy, you made a really interesting comment the other day about division. What do we know when we're using an array with division, and what are we finding out?
Well, in division, we're trying to find out what to multiply to 15 to find out how many times 15 goes into 150. But we know the whole, and we know the 15, but we don't know what to add to it.
Okay, so where would that 300 belong, I wonder?
The 100 would belong in the middle.
It's the inside that we know. We know the whole. You agree? Oh, okay. So now we're moving. All right. So I wonder what that means now. Okay. You want to take Reagan's suggestion and redivide it?
I think that it should be 15 and then 30 in here, and then it should be 20 down here, since we know that 15 times 20 is
Okay.
300.
So can you show us how then? Okay, so that shows me this. Is
Yes.
that what you're saying? I understand that part. How does that relate to that, I wonder? Kylie?
Because 150 times 2 is 300, so 300 is, 150 is half of 300.
Okay.
So they're like related numbers.
They are related numbers. How would that look on the array? Where would that part be? I'm trying to go back to what Reagan was talking about. Reagan,
Like, you split it
do
down.
you want to come help her? Be okay with
Down.
me.
Oh, like kind of like that. Yeah. And then you have 150 and 150 and then 10 and 10. Oh, I get what she's saying. 50 and then 10 and 10. You're splitting the 20 and then that would be 10 and 10, and then you're splitting the 300, which is 15 and 150 and 150.
You agree? You think?
I disagree.
You disagree?
Didn't you just say that?
I'm gonna move this just so we can see the
In the
tens.
last problem, didn't you just say that 150 was divided by 15 instead of 10?
Okay, we were finding out how many 15s. Stacy said that what we don't know is this part.
That's the factors.
That's, yes,
So,
yes. They are two factors of 300 or of 150. Does that make sense now? Do you have something to add?
I was just saying, I knew that 150 off the top of my head was half of 300.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew all I would have to do is double the 10, because if I did 15 times 2, that's 150. So I'd have to do another 10.
Is that what you were thinking too, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying about how he got the answer so quickly.